Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. We're doing a video on a crank start and then no start. All right, it essentially starts for less than a second and it dies out. And this is very common with Chevy and GMC trucks. A lot of people misdiagnose this as some issue with a fuse, some issue with the ground cable, some issue with the starter. A lot of people actually change the starter up and then realize that it's not the starter. Just want to tell you guys, if you guys think it's the starter that's the problem, a lot of times you guys want to definitely check out the fuses. And in many of these situations, you guys really want to check out the starter to make sure that the starter is not the problem, because it could get expensive for the part and it could get expensive for the labor. Okay, so basically what happens is you turn the key to start it and you hear a crank and then you hear it start and then it just dies out. I mean, it's just dead afterwards. All right, and it's sporadic. It happens. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you do it once and it starts up. Sometimes you do it a couple of times, it doesn't start up. And a lot of people who have had this issue have essentially wiggled around, try to wiggle the key and it starts up. A lot of people have banged on the ignition and it starts up. A lot of people have banged on the cover on top of where the ignition, where the ignition for the key is, and then it starts up. All right, so if you guys have this problem, it's very, very, very common. All right, it's very, very common. What you guys want to do in this situation, all right, and it's an easy fix. It's not a very difficult fix. It's not the ignition cylinder itself per se. What you guys want to do is what you guys really need to do is you guys really need to take off the steering column cover. I'm going to take the cover off. Once you have that cover off, what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to check out. And by checking out, I mean you guys are going to want to unplug this plug right here that sits on top of the ignition cylinder. All right, that plug itself is essentially a security, a plug to the security system, All right, it needs to read that it's plugged in. It needs to read that the security is plugged in to the ignition cylinder. If that plug in any way is disconnected, or the contacts are bad, or it wiggles quite a bit, or it's not seated 100%, it's not seated 100% at the spot where the contacts are connected, you're gonna have this situation where it'll start and then it'll start and it'll just die out in less than a second. And the reason for that is what I heard explained is because it's part of the security system. All right, so how do you guys know that this is the cause of your problem? Well, first of all, if you guys have been in this situation, you guys wiggle the key, it turns on. If you guys tap the top of the cover, it turns on. Any of those scenarios, all right, it's probably the situation. But definitely you're gonna have to take the plug, the cover off the steering column. Once you take it off, what you guys want to do, if it's not starting, what you guys want to do is you guys really want to press that you guys want to press that plug. All right, just press it in and try to start. If it starts, that's 99% of the time it's your problem. It's loose. Over time, things wear out. Over time, things become loose, particularly plugs. Now, And now in this situation, it's not one of those things that's constantly in play, but it's one of those things. Maybe it's a manufacturing default, I'm not quite sure, but they didn't make it very, very, very tight. They didn't make it very, very tight, and over time it loosens up for whatever reason, and you have this problem. And the fix for this is you really don't have to change the plug itself. A lot of people, what they do is they'll put in some kind of something to hold that plug in play. All right, they'll stick something in there. Most of the time it's some kind of to be honest with you, I've watched videos of this. This is like a DIY kind of thing. I guess you could go to, you got get a nail and just push it in the slot and make sure that the slot, like a small nail, like a tack or something like that, whatever you guys can think of. Like, I've seen people use zip ties, and they'll cut off the ends of the zip tie and just to fill up that space. So you can use a toothpick to fill in that space. Basically, you can use anything you could possibly think of to fill in that space to make it tight so that it's not loose. Yes, it's quite funny in a situation like this, because I've seen videos of people doing that. Definitely, you should definitely try that if that's your problem. You do not need to spend money on a different plug. Only if there's an issue more than that with the plug, you should probably change it up. If not, you probably don't need to spend any more money on it, except to actually get some kind of what would I say, any kind of a plastic piece to actually fill in the space so that it's not loose. All right, guys, hope this has helped you guys out. I know this is not one of those videos where, oh, get this part to change it out, or whatever it is that you need to do to make it not loose. All right, make it tight, make it not loose. It'll help you out in this situation. And once you seat it correctly, and there's no play as far as it being loose, that situation, the issues you will have with your crank, start for a millisecond and then nothing, that should actually fix your situation right there. So aside from the fact that if you actually have other issues, like issues with the security alarm, that could cause that issue too, but that's not what this video is about. But if you guys have your own personal experience with this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know whether this video has helped you guys out. Let us know what your experiences are with this, if there's something else causing this. But if you guys have any questions, comments, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Hope this helped you guys out. Appreciate your time. All right, guys, take care.